Please pay respect to the Buddha by reciting Ñāṇadassana 3 times. Walk. Very tired. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Very good.
Just have to hold my
Yes. Okay. I'm talking about Anapana meditation. I must repeat again. Many problems. My English is very poor, so they do not understand my English. This is also one problem. I will recite Anapana meditation taught by the Buddha in Mahā Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta. Dhigāva asasando, dhiga asasamidi bhajanadi. Dhigāva basasando, dhiga basasamidi bhajanadi. This is number 1. What is the meaning? Breathing in a long breath. He knows I am breathing in a long breath. Breathing out a long breath. He knows I am breathing out a long breath. This is number 1. Number 2 is Rasawa asasando, rasa asasamidi bhajanadi. Rasawa basasando, rasa basasamidi bhajanadi. Breathing in a short breath. He knows I am breathing in a short breath. Breathing out a short breath. He knows I am breathing out a short breath. This is number 2. Number 3 is Sabbasa Gaya Badi Samvedi Asa Seisamidi Sekadi. Sabba Gaya Badi Samvedi Pasa Seisamidi Sekadi. Experiencing the whole breath body, the whole body of breath. I will breathe in, thus he trains himself. Experiencing the whole body of breath. I will breathe out, thus he trains himself. Number 4 is Pasambayan Kaya Sankara Asa Sesamidi Sekadi. Pasambayan Kaya Sankaram Pasa Sesamidi Sekadi. Coming the breath body, I will breathe in, thus he trains himself. Coming the breath body, I will breathe out, thus he trains himself. This is number 4. This 4 stages lead for attaining up to 4th jhana stage only. This explanation is only for samatha meditation practice. So in this samatha meditation practice, there are 4 stages. Number 1 is long breath. Number 2 is short breath. Number 3 is the whole body of breath. Number 4 is calming the breath body. or tranquilizing the breath body. While they are practicing Anapana according to these 4 stages, for some meditators, when they are practicing to understand long breath and short breath, at that time also nimitta may appear. For some meditators, when they are practicing long breath, short breath, and the whole body of breath, at that time also nimitta appears. For many meditators, when they practice to understand the whole body of breath, whether it is long or short, at that time nimitta appear. But for some meditators, when they practice coming number 4 stage, coming the breath body, at that time only nimitta appear. What is the difference these stages? Practically, when they are practicing Anapana, there are 2 breaths only, long breath and short breath. Whether it is long or short, a meditator must try to understand the whole body of breath. When it is long, he should try to understand the whole body of breath. When it is short, he should try to understand the whole body of breath. While he is practicing in this way, when concentration develops further, then the breath will become subtle. This is natural. When the breath becomes subtle, at that time he should try to understand 4 stages to combine together. 4 stages means long breath, short breath, the whole body of breath, and coming the breath body. How? When the breath becomes subtle, at that time he should try to understand the whole body of subtle long breath or short breath only. So when the breath becomes subtle, at that time, if he can concentrate on that subtle breath, then very soon nimitta will appear. When nimitta appear, nimitta and the breath unifying together, or nimitta and the breath becomes same. At that time, mind automatically stick to the nimitta. When mind stick to the nimitta, at that time he should focus on the nimitta only. If he can concentrate on the nimitta, when nimitta becomes Patibhaga nimitta counterpart sign, and if he can concentrate on that Patibhaga nimitta counterpart sign, then full absorption may rise. That full absorption is called jhana absorption, jhana concentration. First jhana concentration only. Last night I explained up to this first jhana. If you had already practiced 5 jhana, 5 monasteries, if you want to go to second jhana, how you should try? You should try to see or to understand 2 disadvantages of the first jhana and 1 benefit of second jhana. What are the 2 disadvantages of first jhana? This first jhana is close to the enemy of hindrances. There are 5 hindrances. Number 1 is sensual desire. Number 2 is Agga, Vyavada. Number 3 is restless and remorse. Number 4 is sloth and toba. Number 5 is doubt. Altogether there are 5 hindrances. one or two or many of hindrances are visiting to your mind, other than your concentration will decrease. When these hindrances are not visiting to your mind, other than your concentration may develop. When your concentration becomes deeper and deeper, and when nimitta appear, other than if you can concentrate on your nimitta, when your concentration develops, then slowly you may see your nimitta becomes counterpart sign Patibhaga nimitta. If you can concentrate on that counterpart sign Patibhaga nimitta, then your concentration will becomes deeper and deeper, and very soon full absorption may arise. Before full absorption stage, your concentration is called excess concentration, upachara samadhi. At the upachara samadhi stage, 5 hindrances will not arise in your mind. Excess concentration and full absorption concentration are very close to each other. Because of this reason, when excess concentration arises, other than only hindrances will disappear. Excess concentration in jhana concentration is very close to each other. In the same way, this first jhana also very close to the hindrances. This is one disadvantage of the first jhana. Another disadvantage is, please reflect jhana padas again. Among 5 jhana padas, vidyaka and vichara, initial obligation and sustained obligation of the mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object, is very gross. Vidyaka and vichara are very gross. You must apply your mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object again and again. If you cannot apply your mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object, your concentration will fall down. So that application of the mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object is also gross, because you want to be deeper and deeper concentration. Without obligation of the mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object, if you can concentrate on that nimitta, it will be very good. So you should reflect the disadvantage of vidyaka and vichara, obligation of the mind to the anapana paribhaga nimitta object. Then please reflect one advantage. One advantage is the subtleness of the 3 jhana padas. 3 jhana padas are piti, joy, sukha, happiness, and ekaggata, one-pointedness. These 3 jhana padas are more quiet. These 3 jhana padas are the jhana padas of the second jhana. Second jhana has these 3 jhana padas only. So they are more quiet. After reflecting in this way, you should focus on your anapana paribhaga nimitta again. But that reflecting time must be only for few seconds only. If you reflect for a long time, then your anapana paribhaga nimitta will disappear. So that reflecting time must be for few seconds only. After reflecting, while you are focusing on your Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again, then full absorption may arise again. For some meditators, usually for beginners, this full absorption is only Fajjana full absorption. You should stay in that Fajjana full absorption stage for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Imagine from that full absorption, while you are reflecting your jhana pettas, other than you will see Vidyaga and Vichara are crossed. Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, these 3 jhana pettas are more quiet. Other than with the intention to remove gross petta, Vidyaga, gross pettas, Vidyaga and Vichara, and to attain subtle pettas, which are the second jhanas pettas. You should concentrate on your Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again. While you are concentrating on your Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again, then very soon full absorption may arise. Other than you will understand Vidyaga, Vichara, initial obligation and sustained obligation of the mind to the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta object disappear. Only 3 jhana pettas, piti, joy, sukha, happiness, and ekaggata, one-pointedness. These 3 jhana pettas only remain. At that time, we can say you attain second jhana. If you attain second jhana, in the same way, you should try to maintain your second jhana for a long time. For beginners, if they want to go to second jhana, they should re-establish first jhana for about nearly 1 hour. Imagine from first jhana, they should reflect to disadvantage as one benefit. After that only, you should try to attain second jhana. If you already attained second jhana, next day, if you want to go to second jhana, then you should try systematically. First, you must re-establish your first jhana concentration. And then you should stay in first jhana for 4 or 5 minutes only. Imagine from first jhana, you should try to go to second jhana again. You should maintain your second jhana more than 1 hour, 2 hours, etc. Then you should try 5 masteries of your second jhana in the same way as mentioned in first jhana. Then if you want to go to that jhana, how you should try? You should practice first jhana for few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Then second jhana for about nearly 1 hour. Imagine from the second jhana, you should reflect 2 disadvantages and 1 benefit. 2 disadvantages are: number 1, you should reflect this second jhana is close to the enemy first jhana, especially Vidyaga Vichara. Because of Vidyaga Vichara is very gross. Because of this grossness, this first jhana is very easy to fall down. In the same way, this second jhana also close to the enemy Vidyaga Vichara. This is one disadvantage. And then please reflect piti. Piti is gross. When joy is very strong, at the time mind cannot be stable. Because of this joy, emotion will arise. Because of the emotion, concentration cannot deep enough. So, piti, joy is gross. Because of this grossness, this jhana also can easily fall down. This is second disadvantage. Then another one is one disadvantage. on one benefit. Please reflect sukha and ekaggata, happiness and one-pointedness. Sukha ekaggata is more quiet. These two jhana fetters are the jhana fetter of that jhana. After reflecting in this way, then you should again concentrate on your anapana paribhaga nimitta object. While you are concentrating on your anapana paribhaga nimitta object, very soon full absorption may rise. That full absorption for beginners may be only second jhana. You should stay in your second jhana for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Imagine from that second jhana, you should reflect your jhana fetters. At that time you will see piti is very gross. Sukha ekaggata is more quiet. At that time, to remove gross fetter piti and to attain or to achieve subtle fetters sukha and ekaggata, you should concentrate on your paribhaga, anapana paribhaga nimitta object again. When you are concentrating on your anapana paribhaga nimitta object again, then very soon full absorption may rise. That full absorption may be that jhana. If it is that jhana, you will understand piti disappears. And only two jhana fetters, sukha and ekaggata, remain. At that time, we can say that you attain that jhana. If you attain that jhana, then next day, if you want to re-establish your that jhana concentration again, then you should try systematically. You should re-establish your first jhana concentration for a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And second jhana concentration also 2 or 3 minutes only. Then you should try to attain that jhana in the same way. You should re-establish your that jhana concentration more than 1 hour, 2 hours, etc. And you should practice 5 mastery again. If you satisfy, then if you want to go to that jhana, how you should try? You should re-establish your first jhana concentration for a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Second jhana concentration, 2 or 3 minutes. And that jhana concentration for about nearly 1 hour. Imagine from your that jhana concentration, you should reflect 2 disadvantages and 1 benefit. 2 disadvantages are, number 1 is, you should reflect this jhana, that jhana. That jhana is close to the enemy piti or second jhana. Because you can easily fall down to the second jhana. Another disadvantage is, please reflect jhana fetters, sukha and ekaggata. Please reflect sukha is more gross. Why? If you are taking one object, if you feel happiness, then this is the mind is not quiet. Because of this happiness, your jhana can easily fall down. Because if one have strong happiness, mind cannot be quiet. So this is gross. Because of this grossness, you can easily fall down to the from your jhana. This is one disadvantage. Then you should reflect one benefit. One benefit is, please reflect upekkha ekaggata. Upekkha is equanimous mind or equanimous feeling. And ekaggata, one-pointedness. These 2 jhana fetters are very quiet. These two Jhanapadas are the Jhanapadas of fourth jhana. While reflecting in this way, after reflecting in this way, you should focus on your Anapana Vibhaga Nimitta object again. When you are focusing on your Anapana Vibhaga Nimitta object again, then very soon full absorption may arise. You should stay in your full absorption stage for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Imagine from that full absorption, may be that jhana only. Imagine from that jhana full absorption, please reflect your Jhanapadas. At that time you will see your Jhanapada sukha is very gross, happiness is very gross. Upekkha Ekaggata two Jhanapadas are more quiet. At that time, with the intention to remove gross padas sukha and to attain or to achieve subtle padas, more quiet padas, upekkha ekaggata, which are the Jhanapadas of fourth jhana. You should concentrate on your Anapana Vibhaga Nimitta object again. While concentrating on your Anapana Vibhaga Nimitta object again, then very soon full absorption may arise. That full absorption is fourth jhana concentration. You will understand at that time happiness, feeling, sukha, disappear. And only two Jhanapadas, upekkha and ekaggata, equanimous feeling and one-pointedness remain. Two Jhanapadas are present in your fourth jhana. So if you are sure that your fourth jhana is sure, then you should practice 5 masteries of your fourth jhana. If your fourth jhana is real fourth jhana, then you will understand when you are entering into your fourth jhana concentration, at that time your breath completely stops. There will be no breathing. So altogether there are 4 jhanas. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana and fourth jhana. That fourth jhana can produce strong, powerful light. First jhana also can produce powerful light, but not same. Fourth jhana concentration's light is very high and very powerful. For example, Venerable Anuruddha's fourth jhana concentration can produce strong, powerful light up to 10,000 world cycle or 1,000 world cycle. So very strong. For some meditators, the light of wisdom is very far away, maybe 2 or 3 miles or 4 or 5 miles or 10 miles, etc. So fourth jhana concentration light is very powerful. With the assistance of that light, if you discern ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality and their causes, you can easily understand them. Ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality are the noble truth of the suffering, dukkha, sijja, dhammas. Their causes are samudaya, sijja, dhammas, the noble truth of the origin of suffering. These two noble truths are called sankhara formations. These sankhara formations are the object of vipassana. You must contemplate them as anicca, dukkha and anatta systematically. At that time we can say you are practicing vipassana thoroughly. So to understand this ultimate materiality and mentality and their causes as anicca, dukkha and anatta, strong, powerful, the light of wisdom is necessary. Fourth jhana concentration can produce the strong, powerful light of wisdom. But there are some meditators, they also want to practice kasinas. in 8 attainments. If they want to practice 10 kasinas in 8 attainments, at that time, if they discern 32 parts, such as head hair, body hair, nail, teeth, etc., they can clearly see there are different organs, different parts. If they can discern these 32 parts clearly, at that time, if they want to practice kasinas, they can practice 4 kala kasinas. For example, taking head hair as object, they can practice Nila Kasina. The Nila Kasina they translate in different ways. Some translators they translate as brown Kasina. Some translators they translate as black Kasina. Some translators they translate as blue-black Kasina. Which is true, I don't know, but black is your head hair color, not Westerners' head hair. Asians' head hair color, especially Indians' head hair color. That color is called Nila. You can practice Nila Kasina. Taking your urine as object, you can practice yellow Kasina. Taking your blood as object, you can practice Lohita Kasina, red Kasina. Taking your skeleton as object, you can practice white Kasina. But if you can discern 32 parts internally and externally both, external head, hair, etc. also can be the Kala Kasina object. So both internally and externally you can do Kala Kasinas. If you already practice these Kala Kasinas, then you can try other kasinas also. If you attain 10 kasinas up to 4th jhana stage, then you can also go to immaterial jhanas. If you practice 8 attainments, 8 types of jhanas, this jhana is very strong and powerful. They can produce strong, powerful lights. So at that time, if you practice 4 sublime abidings such as Metta, loving kindness, Karuna, compassion, Mudita, sympathetic joy, and Ubekha, equanimity, it is very easy for you. Today I will stop here my Dhamma talk. You can discuss about some questions. You can read. Không bị lệ, có để cho hành tinh nam lên. Some question here, let show her. Maybe you can read.
I have to read it.
Okay, better.
Is it better to have the eyelids completely closed or open a bit? In either case, where should the eyes be pointed, up or down, and should they be focused near or far?
Okay. If you can forget your eye, it is better. Because closed eye is better, but while you close it, here he asks, where should the eyes be pointed, up or down? Maybe if you cannot forget your eye, there is another problem. Another problem is when your nimitta appear. If you can concentrate on your nimitta, the nimitta also will be brighter and brighter. And then the light of wisdom also surrounding your body everywhere will become bright. Especially if you focus your nimitta with your closed eye. At that time, when the nimitta become bright, at that time that light attacks to your eye. When the light attacks to your eye, at that time tears will come out. At that time concentration will decrease. This is one problem. Another problem is if you focus with open eye or closed eye to your nimitta. Then, if you practice for many days or for many months, then here many tensions will appear, and then your eye will become painful. This is also another problem. Because of this reason, if you can forget your eye, it is better. But a little bit open or closed. Closed is better. A little bit open also not good. But while you are closing your eye, you should put up or down. This is your eye. This is also not good. You should forget every day about your eye. It is better. If you cannot forget your eye, then these problems will appear.
Sometimes when I concentrate on the breath object, very strong feelings of anger, guilt, regret, excitement, or happiness arise spontaneously. These feelings are much more distracting than conceptual thoughts and also last much longer. What should I do in this case?
All unwholesome dhammas proximate cause is ayoniso manasikara, unwise attention. All wholesome dhammas proximate cause is also yoniso manasikara, wise attention. So when you are focusing on your breath object, at that time very strong feelings of anger, guilt, regret, excitement appear. This is unwholesome dhammas. Anger is unwholesome dhamma, guilt or regret, this is also unhappiness, unwholesome dhamma. Excitement, this is also unwholesome dhamma, this is nearly restless mind. So, these unwholesome dhammas proximate cause is ayoniso manasikara, unwise attention only. Now you are always breathing. Have you always anger? You should consider carefully. While you are practicing anapana, while you are focusing on your anapana object, at that time only anger appear. So this is because of your unwise attention only. Every day you are breathing. There is no time you are not breathing. Even you are sleeping, at that time also you are breathing. At that time no anger. Now while you are focusing on your breath object, at that time only anger appear. Why? This is because of your unwise attention only. We call ayoniso manasikara only. What is unwise attention? Every information are nature and permanent, but you may pay attention nature, permanent. Every information are suffering, dukkha. You may pay attention happiness. Every information is anatta, non-self. You may pay attention these formations as atta. Especially atta. There are two types of atta. You may accept there is soul or self. Sometimes you may accept this is I, this is he, this is she, this is father, this is mother, etc. If you pay attention in this way, this is also called unwise attention. Depending on unwise attention, you have anger. Not because of breath. If you focus on your breath, automatically anger cannot arise because of this unwise attention only. In the same way, happiness. When you focus on your breath object, usually when concentration develops, at that time only happiness arises. But automatically cannot arise. Automatically, if happiness arises, this is because of your attention only. So please remove your unwise attention. In the place of unwise attention, please replace wise attention. What is wise attention? Wise attention means you should focus on the breath object as breath only. Not I, not he, not she, not father, not mother, etc. You should not remember this. You should focus on your breath object as breath only. Then these problems will disappear. Okay.
Some days the Anapana practice goes well, with mind focused on breathing object and some signs of concentration, but some days nothing seems to go right, maybe bad weather, some health problem, etc. What can one do when such a day happens, where the practice seems boring and the mind is weak? How should one maintain motivation to continue further? What adjustments can one make to improve the practice?
Continuous practice is necessary. Please stop talking. Please stop thinking. They are very dangerous phenomena. If you talk too much, then your concentration will decrease. Then, if you think about, especially if you investigate too much, then your concentration cannot develop. So if you want to attain jhana concentration, please stop talking, please stop thinking, please stop investigating. When you are practicing vipassana, investigating is very useful, very good. But when you are practicing samatha, investigating is not good. If you investigate too much, then concentration cannot develop. There are 7 bhujanga, enlightenment factors. Number 1 is sati sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of mindfulness. Number 2 is dhamma vichaya sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of investigation. Number 3 is viriya, the enlightenment factor of effort. Number 4 is piti sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of joy. Number 5 is passaddhi sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of tranquility. Number 6 is samadhi sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of concentration. Number 7 is ubekha sambhojanga, the enlightenment factor of equanimity. Altogether there are 7 enlightenment factors. Among these 7 enlightenment factors, dhamma vichaya, investigation, viriya, effort, and piti, joy, these 3 are one group. Passaddhi, tranquility, samadhi, concentration, and ubekha, equanimity, these 3 are one group. Sati, mindfulness, is in the middle, both sides. So, if investigation group, investigation, effort, and joy are strong, concentration group will decrease. concentration group means passaddhi, tranquility, samadhi, concentration, and upekkha, equanimity. These three are called samadhi group. Investigation, effort, and piti, these are called investigation group. There are two groups. If one group is become very strong and powerful, then another group will become decreased. So while you are practicing samatha, you should try to make the two groups balanced. So investigation group is very strong, other than concentration group cannot develop. When you are practicing samatha, concentration group become in excess, it is very good, no problem. But when you are practicing vipassana, investigation group becomes in excess, it is also very good. So, but when you are practicing samatha, if you can do these two groups, if you can make these two groups balanced, it is better, no problem. So, while you are practicing anapana, you should try to make the two groups balanced. But you may do not remember these 7 enlightenment factors. If you want to remember, then you should study. It is better.
For those who had jhana experience, can he or she ask questions to the Buddha or Bodhisattva in a jhana state to obtain answers on Dharma? If a person who has stable jhana, will that person be able to live longer and healthier by the power of jhana?
According to our Theravada tradition, it is impossible. Jhana means concentration on your jhana object only. For example, when you are focusing on your anapana paribhaga nimitta, if you can focus on your anapana paribhaga nimitta, other than you can attain jhana. But if you are asking questions to the Buddha, this is not jhana. This is only your imagination only. Where do you see your Buddha? Where do you see your Buddha? So, Buddha, according to our Theravada tradition, Buddha took Pranibbana. Already took Pranibbana. Pranibbana means final cessation. What is final cessation? In one sutta, Buddha explains this final cessation with one example. There is candlelight. There is still wine. There is still wick. If wick also exhausted, wine also exhausted, fire cease. When fire cease, where this fire go? Where this fire did go? We cannot say where this fire did go. We can say completely cease the fire because of the exhaustion of oil and wick. In the same way, Buddha took Pranibbana because of the complete cessation of causes. 5 aggregates also cease completely without remainder. Buddha's Arhat path destroy defilements completely without remainder. Especially among the defilements which are ignorance, tanha craving for new existence, upadana clinging to new existence are predominant defilements. His Arhat path completely destroy these defilements. Because of the complete cessation of the defilements, their karmas which they had accumulated before they became Rahat, this karma also have no power to produce new existence. Because of this reason, we can say that his Arahant path completely destroys Vijja, ignorance, Tanha, craving, Upadana, clinging, and Sankhara, volitional formations, and karma. Because of the complete cessation of these causes, the 5 aggregates of Abhidha final cessation cannot rise again. There will be no more new existence, new aggregates. At the final stage of complete cessation stage of Pranibhana, the after Pranibhana, there will be no more new 5 aggregates, new existence. The meaning is, after Pranibhana, there will be no Buddha. This is completely. Because of this reason, how you should ask this Buddha? It is impossible. This is only just imagination only. Meaningless imagination. Number 2 question. Any person who has stable jhana, can he live longer life? This is like, it depends on his karma only. For example, in Dino Buddha there are some arhats. As soon as they attain arhatship, they pass away. They take Pranibhana, final cessation, like Bahīya Daruciriya. He is quick attainer of arhatship in our Buddha's time. But as soon as he attains arhatship, very soon he passes away. So how we can say one who attains jhana can be long life? It is impossible. But possible way is, if he can maintain this jhana concentration up to that moment, after that he may reborn in one of Brahma world, depending on his jhana. At that day, in Brahma world, he may live long life. It is possible. So if you want to become long life, then please maintain your jhana concentration up to that moment, not to fall down.
What are the differences between access concentration and first jhana? And how does a meditator go from access concentration to first jhana? When a meditator arises from jhana, are the 5 hindrances totally absent? If not, to what extent are they suppressed?
Between excess concentrations and jhana, the difference. The difference is excess concentration also take anapana, for example, anapana paribhaga nimitta counterpart sign. In the same way, jhana concentration also take anapana paribhaga nimitta counterpart sign. Object is same, but at the excess concentration stage, 5 jhana padas are not so strong enough to maintain his jhana concentration for a long time. But when he attains up to the 5 jhana stage, at that time 5 jhana padas are very strong and powerful, then it can maintain for a long time. One example is there is small child, young child. When he was very young, he cannot stand up. With the help of parents, he can stand up, but easily can fall down to the ground. In the same way, excess concentration stage, when jhana fetters are not so strong enough, because of this reason, he easily can fall down into bhavanga. When he fall down into bhavanga at that time, many meditators says he knows nothing at that time. Mind go away from the object, but which object he cannot say exactly. So frequently he cannot maintain his concentration for a long time. But when he attains jhana concentration stage, at that time he can maintain his jhana concentration for a very long time, because 5 jhana fetters are at that time very strong and powerful. For example, strong powerful man can stand for a long time in the same way only. Then, when a meditator rises from jhana, are the 5 hindrances totally absent? It is impossible. In the time of Buddha, there are also some meditators who attain jhana, but when they emerge from jhana, hindrances appear again because of unwise attention. For example, predominant example is Venerable Devadatta. When he practiced samatha within one rain's retreat, he attained 8 attainments in 5 mundane sex powers. But he had a lot of desire to become Buddha. He wanted to possess a lot of things, a lot of gains. Because of this greediness, his jhana fall down and he cannot re-establish his jhana concentration. So depending on unwise attention, hindrances may arise when he emerges from jhana. But if he had wise attention continuously for many years, it is impossible, 5 hindrances will not arise. Like Venerable Mahā. He practiced samatha and vipassana for 60 years. 60 years. Within 60 years, any hindrances never arise in his mind. Because his jhana concentration and vipassana concentration can suppress these hindrances for 60 years, because he had always wise attention. But Venerable Devadatta has unwise attention. So because of this reason, he cannot maintain his jhana concentration. Okay. Yes, please.
In practicing Anapana, why keep the 2 groups of 7 enlightenment factors balanced? It is just focusing on the group that produces concentration. For example, tranquility, concentration, equanimity. For the other groups, such as effort and joy, when we do not think, do we not investigate and just focus on breathing? Isn't it intentionally producing an imbalance? Is the imbalance only addressed by proceeding to vipassana meditation?
Maybe if you can focus on your anapana or anapana nimitta, thoroughly it is not necessary to try to make balance these 2 groups. But some meditators, they investigate too much. What? I want to be long this nimitta. I'm only just investigating. I don't want to attain jhana. I want to investigate only. May my nimitta may long. Okay, this began long. No problem. May wrong and it will become wrong, etc. In this way, he is investigating only. If you do in this way, then you cannot attain jhana. But if you focus on your nimitta only, without investigating or without wandering mind, just focusing, the concentration will become deeper and deeper. At that time, we can say your 7 enlightenment factors are balanced. At that time, it is not necessary to try to make the 7 enlightenment factors or 2 groups to make the balance.
What emotions are related to the 4 elements?
I do not understand this question.
I think sorry about that. I have to ask the question right now without writing because there is an important question came because of that 7 factors. And sorry about breaking the rule. In Visuddhimagga under Ñāṇadassana Kammathanacariya, because you said sometimes when you are doing Ānapanasati, you don't have to balance the 7 factors. But in which occasion that in the Adhichitta Sutra and in the Adhichitta Sutra and Bojjhanga Kosala Sutra and Sitibhava Sutra, over there you have to balance. Could you please explain us for our benefit?
Well, they are very long suttas. They are very long suttas. How I can explain, but
not right now. In the future time. Like the reason is if you can find the occasion, because of sometimes this is a very.
They are, in short, they are also 7 enlightenment factors. If you can make balance the 7 enlightenment factors, then it is enough only. But when you are practicing concentration samatha, then concentration group becomes in excess, a little bit excess, it is also okay. No much problem, you can attain jhana. But when you are practicing vipassana, investigation group becomes in excess, it is also okay, you can attain nibbana. But